I'm a senior consultant at iHouse Web, and we specialize in helping agents, offices, builders, property managers, and making sure that their websites have visibility online. And a lot of agents get tripped up with exactly how to do this process. There's a lot of misinformation, there's a ton of misguided information, there's a lot of new things, bells and whistles, but it really comes down to strategy and what's working the best, what's working for some of the top agents, the top offices, and how you can apply it for yourself. So if you find this information helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. Now let's get into it. A lot of you might be familiar with WordPress. WordPress is flexible. Agents like it because they can customize the templates that's on there. I like WordPress a lot too, don't get me wrong. But a real estate website has a very specific structure, and most WordPress sites that I've seen that agents have built themselves are set up incorrectly. What does that mean? Well, that means you waste years, tons of time expecting certain results to come in, but you're getting bots and salespeople and not any valid leads, people just searching. Nobody that's really intent on actually connecting with you and purchasing a home or selling their home. How do you weed through this? Well, the first step is knowing why a WordPress site doesn't rank, knowing what Google is looking for, and then how you can structure your website to gain those advantages. Google supports data that's coming from one source, and platforms like WordPress pull in other plugins. So a lot of agents will use the WordPress platform because they like that versatility, they like that control of being able to customize it themselves. But again, guys, remember that a beautiful website only works if people can actually find it. So no matter how much time you're devoting to it, is it actually built in a way that is actually going to drive buyers and sellers in your market to you? So let's talk about what Google is ranking for. Google ranks sites based on original high quality content. If you have neighborhood guides on there, if you're talking about your community, market trends, pages that speak to sellers, for example, what's my home worth? If you have not just SEO, but AEO, which is answer engine optimization. So if somebody's asking a question, do you have the content structured on your site in a way where Google can direct people to it? You want listings and safe search functionality that actually lives on the site and is not just a plugin. That is going to really amp up your site. If your listings are only coming through a plugin, then the data is fragmented and Google's actually going to see you as duplicate content. Guys, you got to remember there's thousands of agents that are pulling from the MLS, from your MLS. So how do you differentiate yourself? Maybe a broker provided site. But brokerage provided sites, while free, do not provide you that ranking because a lot of them have generic templates, and those templates have plugins for the IDX map. And again, you want a fully integrated source. Google favors sites where everything is hosted directly onto your site. You have everything in one ecosystem. So can a WordPress site work? Yes, it can if it's built correctly. But again, most are not. So without something called a hyper local safe search page, you don't even look like the authority in your space, right? There's no content on there to help you stand out. And even if you put content on there, if it's actually not published in a way that Google can analyze the data and recognize and index the site, then it doesn't matter anyway, because those pages are never going to be seen. So you want to make sure that you have safe searches on here. A lot of agents I talk to actually tend to overlook this. They start to think that the SEO factor doesn't work, when in actuality it does. You just don't have the site built correctly. When you have safe searches on your page, you're going to get recurring traffic. It's permanent organic traffic. Visitors are going to spend more time on your site, so they're not being bounced around to dead sites. They're staying in your ecosystem. And once Google sees more and more and more engagement on your site, that also helps amplify your ranking. So here's why most agents' WordPress sites fail. First reason is it just has a lack of original content. It looks like everybody else. Or you've got that plugin in there and that plugin is just killing you. You can pull in listings on your site, but if you have listings without the content wrapped around it, again, none of that information is going to be seen. So what happens? You have no inbound traffic, you've got a lot of wasted time, and now you're frustrated with the platform. Not to mention it's impacting your business because there are clients out there searching for what you have, but they're not able to find you. Second thing, you've got no safe searches on there. Users come to your site and leave. If you don't have safe searches on there, what they're looking for, first of all, they're not even going to find you. But let's say they do find the site. If you have a site that is outdated, it's slowed down, it doesn't even have all of the areas of market that you service, well, you can lose them at that point as well. What happens then? You've lost your credibility and now you've got low conversion. iHouse Web fixes all of these issues right out of the box. You're getting content that's done right. You have neighborhood pages that actually wrap around your IDX and help you stand out. A fully integrated IDX platform, which Google loves, everything coming from one source. A properly built site that's actually functional, so it's not just a landing page. And even if you use it as a landing page, your business is properly represented. You've got optimized technical SEO and AEO, that's answer engine optimization. So it's fast, it's responsive, it's user-friendly, and those are the things that Google really loves. It wants to match buyers to the most relevant, most active and fresh and user-friendly site. You want to be that single source of truth for your area. So you want to have listings, you want to have featured properties. What have you sold? What are you working on right now? What's happening in the community? Put that content on your site because it matters, guys. People are leveling up in 2026 with how they're competing in their market. Should you be using tools like social media? Yes, absolutely. But social media takes time to build up that relationship, right? The best agents have said it has taken them a minimum of a year to actually see results, any type of results and that's from consistent posting on social media, not posting like every once in a while. That's having a consistent schedule. So instead of being invisible, you want your site to actually rank. So here's the result. Your WordPress site will end up being there, but you want to attract new buyers and sellers to your site, right? That's the whole point, to grow your business and actually get a return. If you are ready to check your site and make sure that you're hitting all of these points and you're optimizing a truly functional site and you're actually getting a return on your investment, then go ahead and book with iHouse Web, schedule your site review and check to see and make sure that you are maximizing your market, because no matter how much money you spend, you should get some type of return on your investment. That's just business 101. Go ahead and download our free template to go ahead and get you started. Next step is to then go ahead and book your appointment with our advisors. You can check out the link in the description below. If you found this information helpful, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make more free courses and training just like this one. See you next time.